Good morning. This is Ivan Mara. You guys enjoyed my show I made yesterday. Yeah, the Walford Quebec just called me, and now I'm now moving forward in my progress. I just have to give like three missing information. Yeah, I'm missing three information. I have to give it by October 20th. So I might I'll go to the Walford office tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll bring all my information tomorrow. Obviously at the Yeah, I'll go tomorrow. Bring all my information tomorrow, obviously. Yeah. You think you get accepted? Yeah, I will. But because I have to let them know I work once a week at Dindy's, so because I work once a week at Dindy's, they might lower my amount to maybe 700, maybe $650. They might lower it to 650 a month. They won't pay me 800 because if I let them know that I work once a week and I make like my $180, it might lower it to maybe $700, maybe my welfare back, which is fine. But tell them I need a little bit of extra money because 800 a month is not enough. That's why I want to work once a week at Dinty's, obviously, because I need that extra money. And this time I want direct deposit. I don't want check because the bank freezes my money when I get check. Direct deposit, the bank doesn't freeze your money. It's easier that way, right? Yeah. What information are you missing? I'm missing like three information. It's a simple process. I just gotta submit. They called me. I gotta submit it to the office by the 20th. So tomorrow I will submit everything to the office by the 20th, obviously. Before the 20th, obviously. And hopefully though I'll get a decision. I hope I get accepted. If I don't get accepted, then I'm gonna look for another job, obviously. But I don't want to work, man. I'd rather just collect my checks and work on my books, right? Yeah. I think you're lazy. No, I'm not. I'm a very hard worker. I worked at Coco Fruity for two plus years. Obviously, I don't mind working. I just don't want to wash dishes. That's it, right? Yeah, I don't want to wash dishes, obviously. And it was not the over back. Yeah, I when we start saving, before I talk about the books, when we start saving your money, my second paycheck from Wolfgang back, I'll start saving my money. My first paycheck, I want to invest it in a laptop. I'll get like a 300, maybe a cheaper one, $370 laptop. Use one. I'm gonna get a used one at the bigger place because used ones are cheaper. See, new ones are just too expensive. They're like 800. You want to get a really good new one, they're like $800. I can't afford that. I'll get a used one. See, used ones you can get them for $400. After taxes, right? Yeah, cheaper. Yeah, the other laptop we had was nice. Yeah, the other laptop I had was the Dell one I had. That was very nice. Good quality laptop. Yeah, I told you the folks hacked it, obviously. So, because when I write there and he can go over Zane's, I'll go over it. I'll save my updated Zane's file on my another file on my Hotmail. And I can now, when I get my laptop, I can now open that, save my Hotmail file on my desktop, on my laptop. I can work on my laptop. I don't have to work on that computer anymore. I don't like working on a computer. I prefer just working on a laptop. You always get a coffee when you work on your book. Yes, I do. I get my coffee. Sometimes I'll have a smoke outside before I work on the book. I think a little bit. I have a smoke, then I work on my book, and I get my coffee and I write on my notebook and write on the laptop. I hope you guys enjoy what I wrote so far with Very Unique Ivan. That's an amazing start to your story, yes. But Very Unique sounds Zanus though. It will not be Zanus. It will never be Zanus, obviously. So if you guys are a bit let down by Very Unique, don't forget that it's a romance story. Romance is tougher to entertain, and it's not Zanus. Very Unique is not Zanus. I'm sorry. As long as you're hooked and you want to know more, then I'm doing my job. I'm not sick with a Teenage Dream song by Katy Perry. I know. I sing the song in the car. Yeah, while they're heading to Ivan. That's an amazing stuff you story right now. Ivan, you go over there and yeah, I did. I went over it and I was hooked. Reading it, it's entertaining shit. Obviously, it's not safe so. So, oh, he was in, yeah. I hope I get the check today, man. Nice to get the check today. I want to get my beer. Yeah. I have another 20 pack of smoke, so I'm good for today. If I don't get the check today, hopefully I get it tomorrow. Hopefully the check comes in tomorrow. Because tomorrow I have no money, obviously. But I get paid Sunday, so. He's alive, I love it there. Kind of, my unique is sick. But it's not Zane's. Yeah, it's not Zane's. He's like, yeah, I read Zane's, they're unique. They're unique is good, but it's amazing, but it's not Zane's. I guess Zane's is amazing. Yeah. What book has the more of the hook on it? Zanus. It's more epic. It's epic fantasy, obviously. But very unique. I read it. The hook is there. I have the hook is there too, but it's not Zanus. That's my book, right? I'm trying my best, guys. Do my best to entertain you guys. So this is just the beginning of the story, right? I'm building it up. Right now, I'm building it up. So my plan is it gets better after she meets Josh. That's when it gets better. But we'll see what happens. Obviously, right? Crossing my fingers. Yeah, because all your job is as an aspiring author is to just hook the reader enough to keep them entertained, want to know more. If you're doing that, then you're doing your job, obviously. Whereas if you read it and you're just bored and you don't want to read the book, then you didn't do your job. You have to have that hook, obviously, when you read it, obviously. And I read the hook is there. I have the hook. It's there, obviously. Yeah. That car is in Hollywood, Florida. Yeah, I know. You text me about that too. Now shut up and get inside. I'm not saying I know. You're amazing as storytelling. Yes, I am. Yeah. So Don's family are rich. Yeah, they're multimillionaires. That's my deal for the story. And Megan is a multimillionaire too. Obviously, she's a multimillionaire. She owns a successful bar in Elmer. Uh, Yeah, their unique book is good. Yeah, it's good. It's good quality. I read their unique, and I'm more hooked reading their unique than I was even the proposal. The proposal was an amazing book, but their unique, I have more of the hook when I read it. The proposal when I read it. But the difference between my stories and these other stories, these books feel more professional, if that makes sense, because they're not as raw. These books when you read it, because all these best-selling authors, like the proposal sold 1 million copies, so it's a very very popular romance series by Jasmine Gullery, sold 1 million copies. All these best-selling authors, they have the best editors in the business who polish up their manuscripts. That's why their manuscripts feel more professionally written in terms of it's less raw than my book because I do everything myself. But because they don't have the heavenly gift, you know what I'm saying, all these fantasy novels are not as entertaining as it is, obviously. Alright, man, you have some balls to say that, man, that like your book is more entertaining than all these novels. Well, you guys read my book, and when you read my book and you read the other books, what book is more entertaining when you read it? Everything I showed you so far for Zane is, are you guys impressed? Yes, I am. I mean, yeah, the whole book is like that, man. I'm not lying. Like, you just hooked, turning the page for hours, man. Yes, it's a bit raw in some sections when you read it, but still, it's so entertaining that you're just hooked reading the pages for hours, man. And the whole book is just entertaining. Zane, when you read it, man. And my stepmother, I'm not lying to you guys. I swear to God, I swear to myself. She told me your book's #1. I'm not lying. She told me that. So they own the book publishing business. They told me my book is #1, which means it's better than Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings. They told me, yeah, your book, Ivan's #1. That's #1, Ivan. And Holly would love your story. She told me that. I'm not lying to you guys. I swear to God. She told me that, my stepmother. So that's how you know Zane is #1. And you guys know what I'm saying. Yeah, we read your book, man. Your book is unique. It's special, Ivan. The characters jump on the page like crazy. It's fucking entertaining shit. Yes, it is. It's amazing to me. It's an amazing story. Yeah. Ivan, what's the one chapter in your book you would cut out? Probably the prologue. The prologue is not really necessary, but I thought it'd be cool to introduce Tactius the First, the story of Tactius the First. But the prologue in my book is a bit rushed, obviously. I thought it'd be cool to introduce Tactius the First, obviously. And don't forget, Edris Alba, I'm paying him a lot of money. It wouldn't hurt to give him his time to shine in a movie too. Tactius the First is a minor character in the story, obviously. Because if I take away the prologue, then Edris Alba will only be in the end of Volume 3. You only have a small scene in Volume 3. No, you want to start the story off with him as Tactius the First, and you have a glimpse of his life when Tactius the Second is born. Obviously. But the prologue is my worst chapter in my whole book because it's just a prologue. It's a bit more rushed than the other chapters. Ivan, are your chapters rushed in your book? No, they're not. Except for the prologue. The prologue is a little bit rushed because it's a prologue, obviously. It's a prologue, obviously. It's just a summary of Tactius versus life when Tactius II is born, obviously. That's my point, right? Yeah. When you guys read it, were you so hooked? Yeah. You also spoke of wonders. I was saying, there's so many things I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? And Cassius walks in. He also spoke of wonders that no generation is as lucky as this one. I was sick, I know. Is it about your courage on the page? I know. That book is sick, man. A sick book. I'm gonna get more coffee soon. This is old coffee from yesterday, but they made fresh coffee right now, so I'm gonna go upstairs and get more coffee. Yeah. Yeah. the coffee soon, guys. I'll be writing again today. Yes, I will. After I make this video, I will watch a show with you guys and I'll work on their week. After that. Alright, if you're gonna do your welfare thing, I'll do my welfare, all my welfare stuff tomorrow. Tomorrow I will go to the office. Yeah. And I'll bring all my information, my missing information tomorrow at the welfare office. Hopefully I get my check by early November, man. That'd be nice, man, to get it early November. Yeah. I mean, how long is the welfare process taking you? I applied back in like early August, so it's been like 2.5 months, man. The application process is taking forever. Whereas 5 years ago when I applied, I got my first check in like 3 weeks, man. 2.5, like about 3 weeks, I got my first check. Because I did not work back then. Because I worked, I have to bring because I worked before, I provide a lot of information. It's crazy, man. Yeah. I have to provide a lot of information because I worked. Had I not worked, obviously I still would have been with welfare, obviously. And I regret leaving welfare for working instead. I should have just stayed with welfare because I was with welfare for like almost 3 years before I started working at Coco Food. I decided to work and I regret it, man. I should have just collected welfare and just work, obviously. Yeah. I'm sorry. So I have no money, man. Why do you not start saving? Yes, I will. I'm actually gonna be serious this time. I'm gonna save my money. My second paycheck, I'll start saving my money. First paycheck, I want to get my laptop on. See, so a lot of my money will get drained. That's why I need to work once we get things. That way I can collect like my $190 every 2 weeks. That way I have a little bit of money for myself. But because I work, okay, Ivan, because you make like your $190, we're gonna lower your amount. I will not get my 800. Chances are I might get maybe $700, which is still fine. Yeah, it's fine if I get like $680, $700. That's fine. Still save like $350, $400 a month, obviously. Well, if I get like 700, I can save 300 a month. 300 a month. Say that's good, right? 340 a month I can save around there. Yeah. No, I can save 350. I can save half of my money. At 350 I can save. Obviously. So in like 1 year I'll save like $4,000. $4,000 is enough for me to get Zaina's proofread, obviously. I only need to save about $2,000 to get Zaina's, $2,300 to get Zaina's proofread. Are you gonna go on Reedsy? No, Reedsy's too expensive. Because Reedsy, they have like the best editors who edit like big popular fantasy series. Those guys are too expensive. I want to find someone who's cheaper, who would do for maybe two. Reedsy will probably charge me $3,000 that proofread Zaina's because they're like one of the best editors in the business. They're too expensive. I'll find cheaper people, obviously. Cheap people who can do it for maybe $2,000. Or you can find an English student who's good in English to edit it for you. They're much cheaper. They'll gladly do it for that $2,000, $1,800. I'm cheaper, those guys. I think my neighbor knows English. She's in university at Ottawa U. I can ask her, do you have knowledge of the English literature? Yes, I do. Do you mind like editing my novel? Proofread my novel. She'd probably gladly do it for $2,000 edit my book if she knows English. I believe she does. Obviously. No, my neighbor who does my hair, right? She's a university student, obviously. She goes to Ottawa University. Yeah. So Sarah, give me a second. I was gonna go upstairs and get more coffee. Back in a second. We got you on the show. Don't hate me, Sarah. Just give me a reason why I love. Alrighty. Let's just get my coffee, guys. So we won't be long. I'll talk for maybe, I don't know, 45 minutes. That's good enough for you guys. So you make short videos now. Yeah, guys. I just don't have the energy to talk for long, guys, anymore. I don't know. I don't feel like making super long videos anymore. You gotta deserve, man. I don't get paid for this. You keep me behind the scenes, and you gotta deserve it. Why doesn't VJ write books? Because Victoria Justice is fuck, man. She sold to the gatekeepers. So it doesn't matter what VJ does. They're not gonna let her make her money, man. She got two publications under the gatekeepers power control. She's stupid VJ. Yeah. As VJ's gift like me, VJ can obviously write amazing books too, just as good as my books, obviously. Yeah. So Sarah, VJ's gift like me too. We both have the gifts, obviously. Yeah, we're both gifted. Yes, we are. As Victoria Justice writes beautiful music, even better than me, man. Yeah, I don't know if I could write music as good as that. VJ is very gifted in writing music. I'm not the greatest. I can write amazing rap lyrics, but for songs and everything, I don't know. I'll probably have to work on that. VJ is an amazing songwriter. She's gifted too, obviously. When you see her songs. But I told you, Victoria Justice, when she releases her music and everything, and her songs, she probably gets like 500K for it, and the gatekeepers won't let her make her money because she's under their power control. So they duped her. They're planning, okay, if we do Victoria Justice, hopefully we can do 5-2. We win the game. They're under our power control. We don't have to worry about them making their billions in our house. Because they're fucking powerful. They have the fucking keys. No. You do Victoria Justice, you're not going to do me. I'm not selling out to you guys, man. This money's mine. You're not touching it. There you go. Money off the Zane's brand's mine, man. And they're unique, or they're unique. Both brands are mine. Zanus is mine, man. You're not touching it. There you go. I have the keys out myself. You don't hang them. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. You lying, man. Is Zanus entertaining? The whole book entertaining? Yes. I'm not lying. I swear to God, guys. The whole book is entertaining. You're just turning the page for hours hooked, man. There's some sections that are not as entertaining as others. But even the sections in my book that are not as entertaining, they're entertaining enough to keep you hooked. You're still hooked turning the page. That's my point. As a scene I showed you the other day, one Takis is like, Cassius, tell me why there was a wall built. That's not even one of my most entertaining scenes in the book at all, man. Yet were you hooked enough to keep reading? Yeah, Ivan. Yeah, obviously. The scene when Takis talks about the wolves and everyone in the brewery leaves. Oh, the sight of them. Should you mention those? Well, that's not one of my most entertaining scenes at all in the book, man. Yes, entertaining enough to keep you hooked. Yes. Yeah, I grew up by that. Yeah. Zeus is a master's man. So that's what your book is called. Yeah, The Last Hope for Zanus. Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, obviously. I think I might come up with a title for each of my volumes. Because Lord of the Rings, J.R. Tolkien, his book series is called Lord of the Rings, but he had titles for each of his stories. So I have to come up with a good title for each of the volumes, obviously. Yeah. Because whenever I adapt the movies, Peter Jackson will tell me, yeah, I recommend you come up with titles for each of the movies. Tell me that, Peter Jackson. He said, you gotta come up with a title. You don't just want to call Lord Last of Zanus Volume 1. No, you gotta have Last of Zanus Volume Last of Zanus and you have a title. Peter will tell me, yeah, you gotta come up with a title for your movies, Ivan. Like Peter, I can't think of a good title. Like, yeah, I see what you're saying. It's tough. I know you can't really think of a good title. I know, Peter. Yeah, I'm in the same boat, Ivan. It's tough to come up with a title. Last was saying this is a good title for your story, but you got to have an individual title, Ivan, for each of your movies. I know, Peter. You have to tell Peter that the way he knows, right? Ivan, you're giving me a $3 billion budget. I'm like, yeah. He's like, holy shit. You're looking at this is like the readily acknowledge, Ivan. This is the most expensive movie ever made. I know. You're looking at amazing world building, unheard of horror for the most advanced and amazing battle scenes, Ivan. Better than my Lord of the Rings. Whatever I want to do, I can afford it, Ivan. I know, Peter. Unlimited budget for Peter Jackson. Or about Gibson for the movie, obviously. Ivan, can I get a bit more than that box set item? Like, no, Peter. 850 million to stop being greedy. You greedy pig. Yeah. So Peter's greedy. Yeah, Peter might want 300 million for the merchant, 350 million for the game. I'm like, no, Peter. You get 250 million for the game and 250 million for 200 million for the merchant. That's $450 million, excluding your already rich $100 million base. That's $550 million, and you get your 850 million. That's a 1.3 billion deal in Canadian money, which is 1.6 billion in your New Zealand money, Peter. You're walking with like 800 something dollars in your bank for 5 years of work. That's a lot. For 4 years of work, that's a lot of money, Peter. $800 in your bank's enough money for 4 years of work, Peter. That's not money for me. That's a lot of gold, I don't because I'm being This is more than what me for living in the Hobbit. It's a deal. That's a lot of gold, Ivan. Sign me up, man. That's a mega deal. I know, Peter. And I gave you on the budget. You happy? Yeah, I'm happy with that. I already got the perks too, Peter. And you get your freedom. You don't have to do anything because I'm clean. I'm a in business honestly. Because all right, you're paying me all this money, you're giving me my freedom. I'm like, yeah, Peter, you don't do anything. All right, man, you're a good man. Thank you. You might tear up. For Lord of the Rings, he was a dirty slave. Obviously, he had to do it to make that $250. Paid a price for that $250. Peter Jackson, obviously, right? They'll hate him, something, you know. Yeah, yeah. At least VJ has money though, man. That's the thing about VJ. Even though Victoria Justice is a sell, at least she has money. She can do stuff, man. She can go on vacations. She can get a nice car. She has money. She's a multi-millionaire. That's the thing. Like, yeah, Ivan's poor, makes minimum wage collecting welfare awards. VJ is making a lot of money. She's worth her millions. But even though VJ's a multi-millionaire, she's a sellout. Obviously, she's under the gatekeeper's power control in Hollywood. So Ivan is not. The gates don't have power or control over my Zanus brand. That brand is mine. I have the keys. And, yeah, even though Ivan's poor, his keys are worth a lot, which is billions for his Zanus masterpiece. I want to get me on. I want a piece of that. I want the power control of Ivan. I want a piece of his billions. Obviously, she's crazy. That's why she cries. She's a crazy woman, Sarah. Yeah, yeah. I stopped playing my hair. Yeah, as soon as I get my first Warfare check, I also have to get my hair done too. So a lot of my money will get. I might have maybe $100 left over because I want to buy my laptop, and I also want to contact my neighbor and get my hair done ASAP. It's been like 4 months, and I get it done. Obviously, you're gonna get a laptop. Yeah, I'm gonna get my laptop. I'll get like a three, I don't know, 60, $70 laptop, and I have to get my hair done too. Obviously, so I'll have maybe 100. I also have to pay the phone, pay for my phone and my insurance. My insurance is like $60. I have to give my stepfather $60. He always bothers me about that. Well, no, the $60 I can just use my Disney's money to pay him that. I'll use my Disney's money for that, obviously. Yeah, obviously. You want to buy a laptop, Ivan? Yeah, I need to get a laptop. So I don't like working on a computer. I'd rather work on my laptop, obviously. Everyone nowadays who writes books, they have their own laptop. They work on their book in their own laptop, or they have. Well, George R. Martin works on his book on his computer in his office. So I saw a documentary when George R. Martin was talking to this lady. He did a documentary with this lady. All you Game of Thrones fans, you guys might be familiar with that documentary. It's like 10 years ago. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I hope I get the check today, man, or at least I get it tomorrow. But yeah, did the Canada Post strike end? It's not like completely over, but like now the people they started delivering mail starting Monday, but the mail hasn't come in since Monday. So hopefully the check comes in today or tomorrow. My government check. I need that money. Because tomorrow, if the check doesn't come in today or tomorrow, I have no money for Friday and Saturday. I get paid Sunday, but for 2 days I don't have a pack of smokes for myself. I told you when I don't have a smoke, I can get depressed. Obviously, because smoking helps relieve the stress. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah. He's Ivan. You should write their unique. We'll make more money. Yeah, if I write their unique, if I release Zanus and their unique, I'll make more money. I might make like 40 billion off the two books. More money for me, BJ. Whereas if I just release Zanus, I'll be lucky to make maybe 20 billion, 22, 23 billion off the book. Obviously, 25 billion off the book. If I release two books, I might make my 40 billion off the book, 30 billion, 35 billion off two books. Because don't forget, man, their unique and Xanians are written in English. So only the English speaking will buy my book. The people around the world who don't understand English will not buy it. When you translate your book in other languages, most likely not. We just say, Ivan, you should do that. We'll make way more money. I know, but I mean, chances are I'm not going to do that. My book, Zayas and Larry D. If I write that, it's just for the English speaking people, obviously. When I'm king, I can afford to translate my book into like many languages. I'm probably not going to do that. I'm just going to keep it in English, and that's good enough. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the foreign world, you don't speak English. I'm sorry, guys. You guys will not be able to read my book, obviously. if we don't understand English, yeah, you guys will not be able to read my book because Zanus is in English, their ink is in English, obviously. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoy our real time with their unique. Obviously, I'm going to shut this car off. I'm gonna enjoy the show with you guys, and after that, I'll just have a smoke outside. I'll think a little bit. I'll write another 2 pages of very unique. And I'll probably make another video around maybe I don't know 12:30, 1 o'clock for you guys, and I'll show you my snippet of their unique. I'll show you all chapter one. That's it for their unique. A sneak preview of chapter one. Obviously. Then the other chapters, I'll just show you previews. Maybe two snippets per chapter, 2 or 3 snippets per chapter, two snippets per chapter for their name. Because I don't want to spoil the whole story for you guys. Anyways, this is what guys of the show. I man, you make short videos. Now, yeah, guys, I'm sorry, man. I'm tired. I don't get paid for this. I'm not having you guys do that, man. As Iron Man, I'm signing out. Peace. Hope you guys enjoy the show. Peace out. Don't hate him, son.